It's been 5.5 years since I began developing video games. It all began with a small project I made with my brother, Midnight Fire. Since then, we've created dozens and dozens of different worlds, each with their own unique characters, style, rules, music, and atmosphere. We have a game where you explore the mind and its many fears and doubts. A fiery odyssey filled with ever-encroaching shadows, even a manic nursery simulator. This YouTube channel is all about sharing that journey, and now we've taken the first steps on a new adventure, the development of a fantasy behemoth made of blue blood, iron, and dragonfly. The prototype name, Incredible Machines. This is the first devlog for this game, so sit back and hopefully get pumped to then work on your own creative projects. I'm Noah, the main artist of the project. This is Liam, the lead coder, and together we also handle design and everything else in between. So let us start with a simple timeline. January 2022. We bring together 6 developers, me and my brother included, to try a weird pass the game challenge. Each developer had 4 hours to work on the game before passing it to the next developer. No communication between devs was allowed. Why am I sharing this? Well, funnily enough, the final result of this strange development collaboration ended up being pretty awesome. Piece by Piece is a sci-fi spaceship building survival game. You expand your ship, add defenses, optimize resources, and of course obliterate a bunch of unsuspecting and very innocent aliens. There were great reactions and feedback all around, and this simple machine building concept really stuck with us over the past weeks. And then there's our good friend Raphael.
Hey Noah, please expand on Piece by Piece.
Nah man, busy with other projects, sorry.
Nah dude, this game is incredible. Man, you gotta do something about it. You got to do it, you got to.
Okay, let's just recreate, massively expand and beautify this world, but that the theme of alien space would be replaced by something a bit more fantasy oriented. Mix of high-end technology and rustic medieval materials. I don't want UFOs, I want dark winged beasts, hordes of tiny goblins crawling over flying fortresses and tentacles nightmares. So March 2022, we began fresh. We needed to rewrite code, remake art, figure out how we could fundamentally expand and improve on this core flying machine concept. We start the game with a simple round core, which you can move with the arrow keys and rotate with the mouse. I made something very detailed and intricate, even adding little characters that walk around to give that nice, juicy impression that this is a massive machine being maintained, polished, and built by hundreds of hardworking hands. Early on, my brother and I stumbled upon a tricky challenge. Unity 2022 no longer supports collab, which was a simple and pretty effective way of sharing files and collaborating. Instead, we have this strange thing called plastic SCM, which immediately makes me think of plastic surgery and clinical white rooms. I can almost smell disinfectants. But thankfully, after a couple hours of genuine confusion, we got it to work, and now I can send my progress over to my brother and vice versa. It feels like a solid tool despite the name. I then added a couple more extensions to the ship, such as this long arm, a crooked one, and an extra circular bit. We also have a fat crossbow, deadly rotating saw, gold mine, heart farm, and speed mill. I absolutely loved the movement and life that tiny crawling characters gave to the initial concept, so I added them to every extension. I can imagine some rare and expensive extensions having tiny golden servants polishing the brass, or perhaps a prison extension where you can capture creatures that would be guarded by fierce, crunchy nights. To stay productive and fresh in the morning, my bro and I sent photos to each other at 6:30, just proving that we were awake, so if either of us did not do this, you'll have to pay $100 to the other. This definitely helped motivate us to get out of bed and get a nice early start. While I began making creatures and animating obese red imps, Liam was working on all kinds of important programming challenges, such as zooming out the camera the larger the ship, or trying to figure out how to avoid overlapping machine parts, this still being an unsolved problem. For now, we're really just diving into the original Piece by Piece video game and recreating the main mechanics and functionality. The other project was made by a bunch of other developers in a real rush, so it was important that we go back in and try to create cleaner codes that we made from scratch, so that we have a completely clear understanding of how it all works. Of course, we would love if you played the Piece by Piece demo and let us know how you would expand on this project or improve it. Some people even made gameplay videos, and we were surprised to see that they have a far deeper understanding of the game's systems than even we do. Having a number of elements in the game, from buildings to an enemy character and even a simple spawning system, the next task was to make good use of these moving parts and try and turn it into a small, fun experience. Of course, we're just scratching the tip of the iceberg here, and I've yet to create many more creatures and machine extensions. I really dislike just taking damage or destroying enemies without any satisfying feedback. So I added a little red frame, some screen shake, and also delved into Production Crate, the sponsor of this video and creators of some incredible assets. They have a massive library of quality sound effects, music, arts, and animations you can also use in your game projects. For example, here I wanted to quickly put together a cool explosion effect when the ship comes into contact with a fiery red imp. Same for this fantastic flickering shield, which appears whenever your flying machine takes damage. You can sign up to Production Crate using the link in the description. Now, whether or not I end up keeping these cool feedback effects remains to be seen. I'm not 100% sure they'll work with the overall art style, but they're great to have for now and make the game feel a lot more alive.
So I want to end the video with a quick question for you guys. What would you name this game? Obviously the story, mechanics, a little bit of a mystery. For now, all you know really is that it's a base building game, a mix of base building and action game, because you're maneuvering the ship and trying to avoid enemies and so on. So just leave a comment with what you think for now would be a cool title to fit this world, and I'll showcase the best suggestion in next week's devlog. Thanks a ton for watching. I'll see you soon. Cheers.